Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 29th of November 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you today, and thank you so much for joining me. Today you're going to get a tarot reading, and you're also going to get an unboxing, because as promised, I ordered 3 decks of tarot cards off Amazon from the money that you guys sent me on Patreon. And I don't want to sound too corny or cheesy, but there are thousands of tarot readers out there, and there are thousands of astrologers out there. So the fact that you choose me really means quite a lot to me, and I don't want to make that sound corny or whatever. It's just, I would just want you to know I really, really value what you guys do for me, okay? So, and also we get to have a little bit of fun because we get to look at all the new decks and explore. So we got the Deviant Moon Tarot, which I'm going to use today because this is such a famous one and I kept away from it for a while because these images. Then we have this, the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. This is also very popular and very famous. I went on eclectic, I think, .net, and they list all the tarot cards, and I looked at the most popular ones. And Anna Kay has kept coming up and up and up as one of the most amazing decks. Okay, so actually I want to use Anna Kay. I'm being told to use Anna Kay today. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of for Friday the 29th. Big box. So again, a huge instruction booklet. It's interesting that these days all the tarot decks come with their own really detailed instruction decks. It's like everyone wants to make their deck the default. Okay, so we got the cards here. That's the background. Let's give them a bit of a shuffle. And as I shuffle the cards, I just set the intention, universe, what do we need to know about Friday the 29th of November? How can we use the energy to our advantage? What's the energy about? Should we be aware of any opportunities or watch out for traps? Let's have a look. We have the Page of Cups, who is learning about how to deal with his emotions, okay? The Page of Cups is someone who's just starting out in the world of feeling and spirituality. Then we have Judgment, which we had recently as well. Judgment is about being called by the angels to live your life purpose, to get back on track. Final card. Temperance. Amazing. So this has a very specific meaning. The meaning here today is that if you're someone who's a total beginner in terms of spirituality, in terms of creativity, relationships, anything that is ruled by water, we've got the blue here and the water. Page of Cups is chalices. And water rules spirituality, it rules creativity, imagination, nurturing and taking care of others, and love. So some of you are going to find that you meditate for the first time and you've never experienced it, or you really want to help someone in your family and you nurture them during the day because you love them and you want to make them better. You're the Page of Cups. So that person may then manipulate you because once they realize you don't know what you're doing really, most people, you know, you give them a finger and they rip off your whole arm. Judgment, like I said, is the angels saying this is your life path. This is where you're supposed to go. He's showing her and him and her, and they're all so thrilled. Look at how they look before they talk to the angel. So this person is off track, not living their life purpose because either they're blocked or they haven't figured out what their right job is, or they don't know what they want in their personal lives, and they are just staggering through life aimlessly. The Judgment card reminds you that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around. You're not a piece of meat having an experience here on planet Earth, and then when the piece of meat no longer functions, you disappear. No, the energy can't just disappear. It has to go somewhere, and it shifts and transmutes and alters itself. Now, you'll get a visitation or a feeling or a sign that you see, or numbers that will say, okay, you're lost right now, and you'll see a billboard. Do you remember that film, LA Story, where Steve Martin got all of these amazing messages from one of the advertising boards on the highway, on the motorway? So you'll be asked to get in touch with your feelings, because that's the way the angel will appear to you, through your feelings, by being open, by being open-minded. The Page of Cups, really the one thing we can say for him is that he's open-minded, because he's learning and he's willing to learn everything. If you're teachable, willing to learn today, you will get this joyous, amazing feeling, and in your mind's eye, you may see a path form in front of you. So maybe this is the path towards finding the independence that you always wanted. Or maybe this is the path of enrolling in a subject that you always wanted to study, but your parents didn't have the money to send you to school, and you now have it, and you take yourself back to university, college, whether you're 40 or 50, and you start walking your path. Finally, Temperance is another major arcana card, and Temperance is all about balance, and balance in feelings. Do you see? So Temperance is about dipping your toe into the water almost, and seeing where the path leads you. Now, what this card says is that the path in front of you is going to be super, super clear, because there's so much balance in you emotionally. There are 2 cups here as well, which I've never seen with the Page of Cups. 1 and 2 is a relationship. You're so emotionally stable and emotionally open and willing to learn that you get this joyous indicator of what you can do in future when it comes to your working life, your soul purpose. Ask yourself whether you want a wife or not. Ask yourself if you want children or not. Because I mentioned this recently, but a lot of us are programmed by society to want certain things. And I always felt very resentful about the fact that I was gay, because I wouldn't be married and I wouldn't have kids. Yes, you can adopt, blah, blah, blah. But I was in Brighton and I met a guy, and he offered all of that to me. He had his own kids, and he wanted to get together and have this whole family thing. And it was then that I realized I don't want to live with someone else, and I don't want a bunch of kids running around. So I invested so much anger and resentment into one of my thoughts that was faulty, simply because I looked at it from a completely different angle. And what you're able to do is, you're not as shut off, you're not as lost as you think you are. You have perfect balance in your emotions. So trust whatever comes through as guidance that is going to make you happy, and that you can celebrate. So your feelings really, really support you. And as you can see, the flowers, there's stairs there, there's stairs here, and there's a way to get through this canyon. Each one of them is on a journey. She's carrying the water, he's carrying the water. They're living their best life, and he's welcoming them. This is a reading for today, but it's a reading for every day. When you are secure and safe within yourself, and you like yourself and you love yourself, that's how you create emotional equilibrium. And when you have that emotional equilibrium, then you're able to hear the messages of the universe much easier. I always found that when I'm in a good place, it is so easy for me to meditate and connect with my higher power. But when I'm really disappointed or terribly hurt or incredibly angry, I try and connect and I can't. And it frustrates me so much because those are the moments when I need that connection the most. But it's because my emotions are out of balance that I can't listen to the guidance anymore. My emotional equilibrium has changed, therefore I can't hear them anymore. They are constant, they don't go anywhere. So I've gone somewhere because of my anger or because of a feeling of I'm not good enough. The universe is constant, so you changed, not the universe if you can't hear them. Does that make sense? Today, you definitely hear them. And if you're someone who struggles with your life purpose, if you're someone who struggles with what am I supposed to do for work, this is a whole new beginning for you. And it comes through your mind's eye, your feelings, your intuition, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, all of the clairs. Whatever part of you is most open and most balanced, that's what the angel will use to connect with you. And it could be your guardian angel, it could be one of your guides, it could be a totem spirit animal, it could be one of your angels or someone you work with. Dark, lighter. So by the end of this day, you'll have started something that seemed dark and not so great. As the day progresses, you have so much joy and you get information that can change your whole life. And then you walk off into the sunset, completely happy, completely balanced, and surrounded by beauty. So make sure that you realize what it is you want and then go after it. Because it's a waste of time doing what I did, looking for that partner and the kids, and then realizing, oh, I didn't want that. Lots of wasted time. So it's really, ask yourself, what do I want out of life? That's a big question. And listen to what you get today. It's really, really important. You may get a message that change your vibration. Get in touch with your masculine energy more. It may just be like the guidance I got in September 2013, when in my meditation I heard, take your daily tarot reading and put it on YouTube. And 6 years later, I'm still here doing it because the universe gave me that guidance. And I was like, hooray, I can do what I love. That's the way this works. The universe is never going to tell you something that's going to put you in a bad position. They want you to thrive and be happy and to live your best life and to maximize your potential. A court card counts as 1, 20, and 1 is 21. And then we've got 14, 21 and 14 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8, and 8 is power. So the universe has this amazing power today that it breaks through your barriers and it teaches you something. You see something amazing in front of you, rather than being scared and saying, oh no, I can't do this. Oh no, it's too risky. You have the strength to go out into the sun and to open your arms and to say, I am receptive to all good things. I live my life with joy and happiness and peace. I find love easily and effortlessly. I know exactly what I want and it comes to me easily. And then you walk off with your cups very, very filled and in balance, unlike the page. So you grow spiritually and emotionally today. And if you're really lucky, it will be very precise. Become a chiropractor. It's your life purpose to be a nurturer in your family, for example. But you have the strength to do whatever you want that comes from inside of you, and you have the strength to go against public conventions. So if you've been brought up to be a mother and have children and to stay at home, and you decide that you are actually the CEO of your own business, then you have to have the strength to then say to your parents, or your parents will say, why didn't you just do as we said? We wanted you to be, that's how we brought you up. Then you have to have the strength and say, that's not me. I have many more talents and it's a waste. And I'm really actually disappointed that you, as my parents, don't see that in me, because I am amazing. And the thing is, everyone watching, seriously, only you and your higher power are going to tell you how wonderful you are. Other people don't do that. I mean, I don't go around every day saying on the street and saying, oh my God, you're lovely. Hello, you're beautiful. I mean, we don't do that. So it's something that you can do for yourself, and then you manifest it in the real world, and you find that your experience is much easier. So this is the reading for the day, but I would implement this tool into your life every day. Have a great Friday. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings button on the front page to order your reading with me. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. To draw up your astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then please order a chart rectification with me. That's a process where I can work out your time of birth. Once I have the snapshot of the sky, your natal chart at the moment you were born, I can answer any of these questions. What is your life purpose? What's going to make you happy? What is society said, but what is it that you really want? Where have you adapted your behavior, and where have you written off certain dreams? Can we pick those back up again? What's your life purpose? What your vocational aptitudes are? Where to live? Relationship-wise, what's coming up in future? Money. I can answer any question you have. So if you do have questions, then get in touch with me via the website, gregoryscott.com. You can click on the button on the front page or the shop tab. Same difference. If you like the video, please hit subscribe and share it online. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and an amazing start to the weekend. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.